Welcome back to the B&A podcast presented by Redline Auto and Elite Compression on the Rocket Productions Network. I'm your host, Brinley Fouts. If you are new or have missed any episodes of the B&A podcast, go find the Rocket Productions Network on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or any place where you listen to podcasts. All of our podcasts are also on the Rocket Productions YouTube channel. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to check out the Rocket Productions on Instagram and Facebook. Let's get into it. We are here today with Peyton Bradford, who is a TSA and Robotics member. So how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. Okay, so how's your school year been so far?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. And what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
A sophomore. Do you like your sophomore year better than your freshman year?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's it's more stressful and stuff, but I like it better.
Yeah.
What all are you involved in?
I am mostly just involved in robotics and TSA, but I'm in Green Club. I'm trying to do Case Club. It's just a little bit harder for me to be able to go to all those things.
There's so many events you gotta try to manage it. Yeah. So what are your roles in TSA and robotics?
So TSA, I am running for president this year, and it starts next week. So next week is when it all will pretty much happen. And then robotics, I am marketing co-lead, and then I'm kind of above everyone, just making sure that they actually do what they need to be doing.
So for robotics, you're marketing co-lead?
Yes.
Okay, and do you like doing that?
I do. It's a lot of fun. I like being able to watch everything come together and design it, work on it, make sure that all of the bullet points are hit. So yeah.
So for your junior and senior year, are you planning to be the marketing co-lead both years too?
Senior year, I most likely will not be, mostly because the other co-lead will be graduated by then. But junior year, yes.
Who is the other co-lead?
Shaylee.
Holland?
No.
Or not Shaylee Holland.
Shaylee Anders.
Yes.
What made you want to join these?
Me and one of my friends, jokingly were like, hey, let's go join robotics, just to see what it would be like. And then, so he soon after quit, but I stuck with it, and it was a lot of fun. And then TSA, one of my friends was like, hey, you're doing TSA. I couldn't say no or anything, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
How'd you find out about robotics?
They do it in middle school. They used to go down to middle school. We were trying to get that back. It was a little bit harder this year, but they went down to the middle school and we heard from there.
So did you do any classes in middle school that made you?
I did. I did tech in middle school and then STEM. So
yeah. So out of robotics and TSA, which one do you enjoy more?
TSA, it's way less stress, and you have a lot of months to work on it versus the 8 weeks for robotics.
Okay. That makes sense. All right, well, we will be back with Peyton to talk a little bit more about TSA and robotics, but before that, Elite Compression has been offering their service for over 6 years. They fit all patients with lymphedema and chronic venous insufficiencies to make it easier for the patient to live their lives to the fullest. They are open all weekdays from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can locate them at 10346 Stonegate Street. You can contact them today at 316-636-7900.
Cola's excavation was established in 1985 by Jess McCullough as president. They started installing sewer service and septic construction for residents. Over the years, their company has grown into commercial and industrial and municipal site utility constructions. Their business hours are 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and contact number is 316-634-2199.
All right, we are back today with robotics and TSA member Peyton Bradford. So overall, how does robotics work?
So there's 3 different groups. There's marketing, code, and build. Pretty much marketing, there's the notebook that we have to do. There's multiple presentations that we have to do on video, and there's the team exhibit, which is basically a whole picture of it all that we did. And yeah.
So which one are you a part of?
I'm marketing.
Marketing. So what do the other groups do?
So code, obviously codes.
Yeah.
They kind of split up towards the end to help out with marketing or build. They build the robot.
Yeah.
And then make sure that it moves and stuff with code. That's pretty much how it goes.
So do you feel like marketing is the most complicated one?
No, I think build definitely is the more complicating one, only because marketing, it's similar every year kind of. We can kind of use what we had in the past versus build, they have to start from scratch.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what do you guys use to build your robot?
So first we have to start out with the prototype and stuff. So we start with cardboard and stuff to see how that would look. And then we go with wood, like plywood and stuff. And then we have pipes that we can use and then a whole bunch of stuff like that.
Do you guys use like recycled material or anything, or just everything you can find?
Sometimes it's recycled. The majority of the time it's like newer stuff.
Okay.
And what about TSA? How does that work?
See, that's like a whole bunch of like little clubs all together. Last year, the only way I can tell you guys is from what I did last year. So last year I did prepared presentation, I made a board game, and then I did audio podcasting. I did another one. I just don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
it's multiple different types of stuff. This year I'm just gonna start building stuff, I guess.
yeah. So why do you enjoy TSA more?
I think that, I don't know, it's just more time with your friends, like more time you guys can like goof off and stuff, but also like you have multiple months, of course, and then it's like every month we have like a certain goal we meet, and then at the end we just turn it all in and be done with it.
So, do you have more friends in TSA then?
Not necessarily. Pretty much everyone that's in robotics is in TSA for
Okay.
the most part, but I think that there's definitely more in there. It's just a little bit different.
Yeah. Have you guys been to any, like, do you guys go to competitions for these?
We do. The robotics competition was actually last weekend.
How'd you guys do?
We got second in notebook and also in team exhibit. That's how we
Nice.
got,
So, TSA hasn't started yet, though?
though. No.
When does that start?
Next week.
Next week. Okay.
And then, well, that's going to be our first meeting. And then we go to competition for that for 3 days. That's a lot of fun. It really, really is.
Where's the competition at?
That's a great question. I think it's in different places every year. I don't
Okay.
remember where it was last year, but I just remember how cool it was being there. So.
Yeah.
What was your favorite memory from like TSA and robotics? Like something fun that happened that you'll never forget.
So far, I guess.
Like
'Cause
this year or last year?
Both combined.
Okay, so last year for robotics, the late nights, like painting and like getting everything ready to go, that was a lot of fun. This year for robotics, it was, I don't know, there's a lot of good parts. I think just like watching how everyone worked together was like my favorite because
Yeah.
there was such a small group. There's like 9 of us.
Oh, dang. So
It's a
there's
very
not that
small
many.
group.
Yeah.
No. And then TSA last year, honestly, the camp that we went to was a whole bunch of fun. That and also the late nights working at my house
Yeah.
and stuff, making sure everything was turned in on time.
Nice. So do you think these will go far enough to where you'll get like scholarships for college, or do you plan on going to college for anything?
I don't know what I'm going to do for college yet. I know I want to do 2 years for community college, but I know that with TSA I can get a scholarship somewhat with, and then robotics they like give us money or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it is. I know that we get something.
So if you dream college, where would you go?
I don't know. I've thought about that, but also like I don't have a huge need to or like want to go to like a fancy college. I just know that I want to go to college so I can get better with my jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
Higher up and stuff. That's really it.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, we'll be right back to ask Peyton some questions about her future, but before that, Redline Auto has been repairing vehicles for 20 years. They're located at 112 North Rose Hill Road. They work on all makes and models and have the newest technology to service your vehicle. They're open 5 days a week from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. You can call them today at 316-776-9069.
Rose Hill Rec Center was created in 1973 and has been a staple in the Rose Hill community as a place to work out and enjoy fitness. They have a 24-hour fitness center where you can work out in numerous ways. Their office is open 7:30 to 5 on Mondays through Fridays and closed on the weekends. They also have numerous rec leagues ranging from basketball to baseball for all ages. You can contact the Rose Hill Rec Center at 316-776-9880.
We're back here today with Peyton. Where do you see yourself 10 years into the future?
I don't know. I can see myself like 5 years, 3 years, but I don't see 10.
So where do you see yourself 5 years in the future then?
5 years. So I'm out of college.
Mhm.
So
out of college, you mean like Butler Community College?
yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah.
That or I'm on to another college, like a higher up college after
Yeah.
I figure out what I want to do.
Yeah.
But more of I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick with it. Work towards that. It's pretty much how I see myself.
So dream job, what would you do?
I have 2. They're completely different. I want to be a plant scientist or a interior decorator. Or
Oh,
design,
okay.
whatever.
Those are very different.
Yeah.
They are.
So how do you plan, like, what are your plans to get to college? Like, what are your plans to get out of college and go farther into the future?
I'm not sure. I just know that somehow it's gonna get there.
Yeah.
Definitely just getting through the first bit of college, then figuring out from there.
Yeah.
What are some things that you're doing now that are going to, like, help you get to that point? Like, how are you starting?
Robotics and TSA are a good, like, start off for pretty much any job, really, because it has, like, all the technical things that you have for it. And then that and just getting all my work done, really, and
Yeah.
getting good grades is pretty much it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching and listening to the BNA podcast on the Rocket Productions Network. Remember to subscribe to the Rocket Productions Network on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or any place where you listen to podcasts. If you're not already a subscriber to the Rocket Productions on YouTube, please subscribe. Until next time, for Amyra Jones, I'm Brinley Fouts.